That seemed louder than normal. Hey, boys and girls, weather report for August 30th, 2021. I am 25,804 days old. And I want all you out there in chat to pray for me to live to 26,000. And we'll have a special show for my 26,000th day. What do you think? 196 left. I think I can make it.
That's actually a pretty cool number to reach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
I like 804. 804 is a good number. Hi, Peter.
Oh, hey, Peter was on with Grr Mania.
Yeah.
Saturday night. Fun. That was a fun episode, shall we call it?
A long one too.
Yeah.
Just kept going and kept going.
Yeah. And
he was ready to call it a night. Then he took a drink of beer, and then boom.
Yeah.
He was back up and ready to go.
And the guy who joined, I continued with him and his brother a little on his brother's channel as well.
You talking about that Randall guy, Peace or something perfect?
Yeah. Time well spent. Time well spent.
Time well spent. Did you get
I spent a lot of good time recently.
Well, that's good.
So, was that a Saturday night stream on Grr Mania or Friday night?
Saturday night.
Yeah. Speed, make me full screen.
I'm afraid to do that, Peter.
I have something to share with you.
I'm always a little bit nervous about Peter.
You see that?
Please, what did you do, Peter?
What did I do?
Yeah.
There.
Ooh.
Well, wait a minute now.
Someone got his ass slapped on Twitter.
Oh.
I mean,
Mad X did that to you, or yeah?
No. He was spouting hate speech, so he was locked down, and when he got back, I was blocked.
Oh
wow! So Maddox was locked, basically.
Yeah,
blocked
a few friends of mine. Yeah, this happened several days ago. A few friends of
mine. Well, that puts him in good company with the ex-president, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, no. So he didn't lose his account, but he was locked for several hours. With hate speech.
Did you happen to capture the hate speech? Because that would be fun to look at.
He had to delete that in order to get back. So
God damn it!
Sadly, that is gone.
I missed all that.
Yeah, he went after a friend of mine on Twitter, and she was tweeting about it. So I thought the things that were going against Twitter terms of service, I thought I just might report those. And
what did he say? What do you have to do to get banned on Twitter?
I'll have to go back. Let me see if I can find it. It wasn't a big threat. Seth Andrews was in there as well. He was going after Dr. Josh. Yeah, I can't read the tweets anymore. All of them are gone. Yeah. He was annoyed that someone apparently was triggered. I don't know the whole thing, but he went after a friend of mine who ran a GoFundMe. I think that was one of the things that he was criticizing because her daughter had been in an accident. He's just a piece of shit. That's it.
Oh shit! Oh my god! So he was pulling a Smokey.
Yeah. Yeah, I was blocked by Maddox, Jeff.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff in the description. One of them is the Smokey Saint SFT drama that's been going on.
Yeah, I was before you went live. I was on the Christian Bill's channel, showing him a little bit of support after what happened. I also downloaded the video that Praise did, and I left a message that I was mirroring the video because it's probably going to disappear in the next 24 hours because we all know how Praise is.
You get a link to that one?
I think so.
Throw in private chat for me so I don't have to look it up. But anyway, so Standing for Truth is comparing Smokey to a barking a little chihuahua because Smokey apparently threatened him or something. Like, what is?
They've now finally all distanced themselves from Smokey.
Yeah,
it's not that it wasn't about time.
Yeah,
but,
well, I was warming up to Smokey until he did that thing on Praise's channel with Bill. When I heard that, that was the end of my dealings with that guy forever.
Bill, do you mean Bill Ludlow?
Is that what his name is? I'm not.
No. The it's a Christian guy, Good News Gospel or whatever his name is. His name is Bill, and he's actually a fairly decent guy. I mean, I don't agree with his religious views, obviously, but he's a decent guy to talk to. Yeah. And I've spoken to him a few times. And when he got attacked by Smokey, it was just vile. I mean, you don't do that. Yeah, you don't do that.
You've got a family that's suffering, like soul suffering over the loss of a child.
Yeah.
Under that dark blanket of fucking grief, and it happened just last February. And this son of a bitch comes in and starts saying things like that to him. And the reason he did it, and he justified it, and other people, like on Jay's channel on Friday night, I went on for a moment because there was some other asshole there that was trying to justify what Smokey did based on if it comes to saving your soul, anything is justified, including deeply hurting somebody, right?
Yeah.
Stabbing them in the guts, because what they're doing is going to save their soul. But now extend that. Now imagine if Christians were in charge of the government and made the laws. It would be basically you could extend that to burning a person at the stake, because it has been said that when you're burning at the stake, the last conscious thought you have is giving yourself to Jesus. And therefore, burning somebody at the stake can actually save their soul. So why not do it? Because, it's only pain. It's only their human life that we're sacrificing. Saving their soul is the most important thing that Christians have to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And anything is fucking justified, So that's kind of the thinking behind how Smokey defended himself. And I just don't exactly agree with that, as you can imagine. Anyway, what a fucking dickhead, Jesus. But anyway, Smokey went too far, and he's been trying to justify it. Instead of, all he had to do the next day was do a sincere apology and have a come to Jesus moment and apologize. And it would have changed his life, and it would have changed the future of his YouTube channel. But no, instead of doing that, he doubled down.
Speed. This is how he is. This is the real Smokey Saint. This is what you see is actually what he is. And a lot of people have said that for a very long time, and it's just becoming more and more apparent. He's a piece of shit, and he shouldn't be platformed. That's my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
I put a link to Praise's video in the private chat. Grr Mania is here. He's awake.
Oh,
He ran away because he was sleepy or something. I don't know what it was. Saturday.
you mean he's here now?
He's in the side chat.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
says he's at work though. He's listening in while he can at work.
Okay. I'll go send him an invite.
Next time we've got that guy in. We had Jay have a run at him. Next time we need Jefferson to be there.
Yeah.
Some things I need in my life. Just saying. It was fun. It was fun.
Jason.
Everyone subscribe to Grr Mania's new YouTube channel that has no content and where he's not live streaming. Go there.
Yeah.
Go there.
Yeah, I subscribed already. It was like number.
Yeah, he's got the best non-content around. I don't know any YouTube channel that has any better non-content.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't the asshole have like 1,200 subscribers?
Yeah, but he made a new channel for his live streams, and then he doesn't live stream there. I don't know what's up. It's
just because they're dumpster fires, and he didn't want that associated with his regular content.
Yeah. So he had a dumpster fire on his regular channel instead.
Yeah.
It was fun. A lot of fun.
Oh, let me get
I saw a lot of that, Peter. I was listening in a lot of that. Yeah. Yeah. What was the guy's name? Perfect something.
Yeah.
Perfect or whatever.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect in him. And
So
I asked him what it is with the sexual connotation of all these things. Hey, wait, Jason, you missed my email. You need to check your email.
So I'm opening it up this today because this is my first day back, and we got a whole lot of videos we could go over. There's a Kirk Durston video that references a couple of papers, and I put the papers in the description along with the video. And we may get around to getting over it, but for now, I'm just opening everything up because today, to tell you the truth,
hello.
Fuck it.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Right in the middle of a fucking sentence.
Yeah.
Did you expect any less?
No.
The one person who joins and says nothing for most of the time comes in and interrupts.
Yeah.
Well, hey! Most of the time, I got nothing to say, you little bitch. Now I do. I'm just messing with you, Peter.
You forgot the words worthwhile in that sentence, but other than that.
Oh, really? The man who does nothing, the man who does nothing but scare Otangelo away by playing the Benny Hill song. The man who just sits there and uses his goddamn.
Have you seen my icon at all?
Yeah. Well, actually. Well, no, I'm blind, so Speed's gonna have to make it bigger.
Bigger?
Yes, because I'm blind.
Oh, where is it? There's Peter. I'll make it bigger. There you go.
Grasso, man. What the fuck, Peter?
I love it.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, there was a thumbnail for one of my shows, the Otangelo show, but. Anyway, Midnight, hey, hi, how are you? I haven't talked to you since Saturday. Saturday?
Well,
we talked to?
I've been fine, just chilling out, just staying away from the devil, or however you want to call him. What are we doing?
Staying away from the devil. Oh, nice. I'm going to capture that if you leave it up for a second there.
I can send you the JPEG.
Well,
there's a thing called email.
Yeah, but I've got a thing called screen capture too. That works pretty well.
Yeah, just rub out the Peter if you do.
Oh,
that was frustrating, wasn't it?
Just rub out the Peter.
Wait a minute, rub out the Peter. I don't think I want to do that, Peter. Okay. Something doesn't compute there.
Right.
I cast this from my mind. I cast all of this imagery out of my mind. Sorry. Anyway, too many things. Hey, Robert C. Hi. Man.
So Peter, this perfect guy, he's a lot like what's the other guy? The
Perry.
preacher, right? The
Yeah,
preacher. They
he
kind of
said
like
he was
the
his.
same
He
thing.
said he was his brother.
Oh.
I don't know. I went on the preacher's channel and they were starting to have a bromance, so I told both of them to come out of the closet because
Okay.
I have no clue what happened there, and then I got kicked out and just left.
Where was that? Crazy Stream?
No, the preacher.
This preacher guy, yeah. He goes on Amy's channel a lot. Preacher.
If you think Kent Hovind is bottom of the barrel, you haven't seen the bottom of the barrel yet, Speed.
Oh my God! Did you put a link to that guy's channel or
By the
what?
way, hold on. I want to say something.
Hmm.
Perfect. This guy, Perfect, is fucking insane.
Perfect?
Just every time, the guy, whatever the fuck, Perfect, or he's just fucking insane. Wow. I'm not saying all religious people are like that, but holy shit. He's like I can't sin, I can't do that, but but I'm still an alcoholic. I'm like, okay, you're still an alcoholic. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what are we looking at here? Team SFT is about to. It's about. I can't speak.
Wait. Bill's gif of Smokey looking like he was pedaling a wheelchair. And so
What?
Has anybody seen this gif?
No.
Oh,
I don't remember.
I haven't seen it, no.
Hi, Wooly. Hi, Jason.
Yeah,
hi, Nuck and Futz and Wild Eden and everyone. Holy shit.
The whole Hee Haw gang is here.
Holy high gang. Yeah, anyway, this is Team SFT renouncing Smokey, and it sounds pretty final. Hopefully these guys don't, back and forth on this stuff. I mean, he has created more problems for them than any atheist ever could. I mean,
younger is just bankrupt.
Yeah. Well, that puts us in an interesting position because we're on Smokey's side of this one, right? As far as the young Earth creationism, but we're certainly not on his moral fiber side, right? Or the side of
if you're on Smokey's side, why don't you talk to him?
Could you even describe what Smokey has as a fiber of any kind? There is no moral fiber.
Yeah, he just explained that to you. Midnight. He just said he's not on the moral side.
Yeah, I'm not on the morals. Yeah, I can't. Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer contacted me and wanted to come on and speak out against young Earth creationism. Would I put him on my show? No. Well,
okay, but Ted Bundy, as far as I know, Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer, never defended a woman who's been suffering, who's been suffering mental illness. And people have gone after her. What was her name? Mary. Yeah, Mary apparently has a lot of mental issues that that she's been trying to get help with, but a lot of people have been mocking her.
I missed part of it. I was emailing Jason. Are we talking about Jesus' mom?
No, we're not talking about Jesus' mom. I forget her.
So his girlfriend then.
Part of the whole macho Trump conservative vaccine denying, COVID denying fucking bullshit case that they got going is to believe that anybody who has a mental illness is actually a cream puff and just needs to, basically grow up and get over it. So it's the same kind of bullshit. That's
I
how they
don't think we're talking about the same thing here.
Oh, maybe not.
No,
so somebody
we're not.
So who went after who?
God damn it! I don't remember the entire fucking story. I just know that there was this girl. There's this woman named Mary, right?
This sounds like the start of a really bad limerick.
All right, never mind, Peter.
There was
A
this
girl named Mary,
and then
And
then I don't know because I'm trying to think of what to say, but you guys are just like making jokes about it. So never mind.
Then Peter said something really scary. That's the second one. Now it's your turn
Okay.
again, Midnight.
Peter, shut the fuck up and let Midnight tell us his story.
Okay, as I understand it, there's this woman named Mary, which I forget the last name now, right? Who's been suffering a lot with mental issues. She's been suffering a lot with mental issues. She's been trying to get help, but but a lot of people have been attacking her. You know what I mean? Saying she's faking it and all that, and
That's
Smokey,
what I mean.
What?
That's what I was talking about. That's her attitude. That mental illness is not real, and all you have to do is either pull yourself up by your own bootstraps or come to Jesus, and mental illness will go away. So it's the one illness that they don't recognize as real, and there's a lot of people like that, right?
Sure, Speed, whatever.
Okay, apparently you're not getting what I'm saying, but anyway.
Is this the woman, Midnight? This is the woman that Smokey did The Exorcist with, right, or something?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but I heard about it.
Who did what?
They did it. Smokey did an exorcist with this woman, Mary.
He did a live exorcism.
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh my God!
I never saw it. Is it still up? Like, is there a?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I just
see. Here's the thing. If I can talk, right? Like,
yeah,
Smokey hid that, right? Smokey hid that. But P. Mars, the piece of shit that he is, they decided to
right? Recorded it,
recorded it and saying,
and then posted
recorded it and saying it's fake, or Smokey faked it, and then Smokey's like, if it was all staged, why the fuck would I hide it? Out of respect for Mary. Man, P. Mars is a fucking retard.
Wow.
If hold on. And I'm not going to make a joke about you saying if I can speak, but if this is real, why would he live stream it in the first place and then hide it out of respect?
Right.
Okay.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm going to do a live stream.
Well, hold on.
An exorcism, and then after I've done
Peter,
it,
Peter, I think I missed. No, hold on. I think I misspoke here. I think it was in private. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't
in private. How can P. Mars record it?
Because he was there, I guess. I don't know.
Then it's not private, right? Private means it is you and the person you're going to perform the exorcism on. This is some kind of a publicity stunt, and he's using a woman that is suffering from mental illness for his publicity stunt. You don't bring in fucking people if you're serious. So you can see that it's all bullshit. It is meant to stroke Smokey's
Clearly,
ego.
I need to learn how to talk better.
Okay, then
I'm not criticizing you about that.
No, but clearly I need to learn how to talk better, so I'm better understood.
Okay, so now did P. Mars remove it off of his channel? Or he had it on his channel or something? Is that true, or I don't know?
Yeah, he had it on his channel. I don't know if it's still. I don't know if it's still there. But yeah, it's just
all right. So Wild Eden is saying all kinds of stuff. She's saying that that Smokey made it private because he was embarrassed and all that. It said it wasn't private. It was a live stream, and that's what I thought. I thought it was originally a live stream, and then he got rid of it because, I mean, I don't know if he was embarrassed or not. I don't know. Maybe he was. I don't know. But Speed was right by saying that he did it. He did say that he did it out of respect for her, and so I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah,
I never saw it.
You can't have respect for her if you have to make it private after the fact.
Right.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
but-
a load of bullshit.
Well, one thing you got to think about though is that it kind of probably happened, and he wasn't expecting it to happen, so that's why it happened live. Or something. I don't know.
Even at some point, Smokey makes the call to perform an exorcism.
Right,
The
and he
moment
should
he
have just
makes
went right
that
off.
call,
Right,
he
Yeah.
can end the stream.
end it. Right,
If he
should,
has
right.
respect for someone, he will
Right.
end the stream.
I mean, that would have been
And
the smart thing,
this,
right?
this is just those idiots are calling each other out on their own bullshit, and then that's when shit like this happens. What my major concern is that there's someone there who's obviously suffering from mental illness and getting some woo cure from an idiot, basically, who's just pretending that he can do things that other people can't. That is keeping her from getting professional help. What you do in a situation like that is you get her professional help, and preferably secular professional help.
Right.
Because Jesus is going to do fuck all.
Yeah.
If Jesus was going to do something, the woman wouldn't be suffering from mental illness in the first place.
Okay,
He
Peter.
wouldn't need people to point out, hey, look at her. I could be wrong, but it's how they portray Jesus to me. Apparently, he's all knowing.
What was that case that was what the hell, some movie they made? People actually went to jail because they basically killed a mentally ill person by doing exorcism on her. What the hell was the name of that? Was it Emily Rose or something like that?
Yeah, the exorcism of Emily Rose, I think.
Yeah, they actually went to jail for what they did to that woman.
And
which is good. Did you know that?
I heard about it. I also saw the movie a few years back.
Yeah.
This story still makes me laugh, but I don't know. I don't know whether it was while watching the movie or later that night. We lost power. I was like, wait, what?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So let me tell you a story. Okay, the very first time I ever did LSD.
Oh boy.
We were at this infamous house of my friends. We'll call it the K house, and basically the person that gave me LSD would be the person I least expected to source it for me. But he came to me and said, yeah, I did LSD the other night. And I said, bullshit, you did. I didn't believe him. And he said, no, he got stuck in somebody's lawn because the dips in the lawn were too high. He couldn't climb out of them. And I said, okay, you fucking did LSD. Get me some. So he got me some the next week. And me and my friend did it at this infamous K house. And we ended up wandering over to my house, which is about, maybe 5 miles away or by road and half a mile by woods. And we ended up in my living room. And me and my friend were sitting there. And all of a sudden the power went out and stayed out for like a good 10-second count. And then came back on again. And we were like, was that real or was that acid? And it was like, and then we started laughing. Well, the next day we found out that the infamous K person named Rodney K, basically, he had left his house with a bunch of people on his way to the liquor store and smashed into a telephone pole 8 miles from my farmhouse. And somehow when he hit the telephone pole, all these wires came down. And Rodney was out there dancing around between the fucking electrical sparking wires. And the impulse went all the way to my farmhouse and found me and McCormick huddled on our couch on our first acid trip and shut the power down for 10 seconds. So there was this synchronicity that we'd all been together earlier in the night. And this happened like about 4 different times in my life where we were at some crazy party with Rodney. And somehow Rodney almost killed somebody or ended up in the emergency, or something happened. But there was always like this synchronicity, this connection to what happened to us. And somehow Rodney was the very source of whatever happened to us. And it was pretty amazing. But shit like that happens. It's called synchronicity. Yeah.
Speed. make me full screen for a few seconds. There's something that just went live, just premiered.
Grr Mania, another example of the intellectually emasculated beta male atheist. What the fuck? What is this?
What is this? Who made this? What?
Is it
What?
on your computer?
Yes,
That's got to be from Maddox.
That's
Nope.
Maddox.
Nope.
No?
No?
Jill.
Oh,
Right. Midnight.
Jill? Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're battling. Yeah. Jill's making
The
him.
title of the
Yeah.
video is Grr Mania afraid of Jill? The answer
got
to that,
linked?
Jilly, is no.
got
I
link?
know that for a fact.
Put a link in private chat, please, Peter.
A link in private chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jill, yeah.
Okay, I got a cat. Oh my God. So, what is an intellectually
There you go.
emasculated beta male? How does that fucking work?
I think. So, if you need an example, I'd say praise I am that I am. Jesus is Lord.
Yeah, but how do you
John
become
Maddox? Those are the examples that I can come up with
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
I
Those
would
are
agree with
examples
those.
of
Yep.
intellectually emasculated beta
Yeah.
males.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what does it mean to be?
So,
what does it mean?
Wait, hold on.
Tell me what it means.
Doesn't that mean? So does that mean that Jill is also emasculated because he can't fucking find the lines on the globe, or some
Hey.
shit?
Listen, Jill told me on a live stream that's no longer available because his channel got taken down that his wife dreams of having sex with other men. And I will stress men. Plural.
Wait, hold on. Are you fucking
Plural.
with me, Peter? Come on, you're fucking with us.
And,
I don't believe you.
And he regrets telling me that. And I do not regret reminding him of the fact that he told me that.
So wait, Jill's not mad. Wait, what? So wait, is Jill? No, wait. You're telling me that Jill's a beta male? Wow, I didn't know that.
I mean, if he were an alpha, probably his wife would dream about
Okay.
having sex with him
Right?
instead of. I mean, just saying.
So, what the fuck? So, but tell me, what does intellectual have to do with emasculate?
Apparently, to be masculine is to be smart, is to be feminine. I don't know. He's an idiot.
Oh, you mean you got to be a man to be intellectual? Is that?
I
Apparently.
do have the video where Praise states that when I sent him that picture of him with how did he put it? His crotch hanging out. A man with a crotch. He said he sends this to a white male Christian who has his masculinity. Those were his exact words.
What?
I don't understand what the connection is between
I
masculinity.
don't know either. So I need to have Jill chime in on this because Jill obviously is not a white male Christian. He's a black male Christian, and I need to know if there's a difference.
So, okay, so this Rebuke and Reprove channel is Jill?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
I
Jill's
don't
new
really
channel.
follow. I don't follow this strange Jill thing. I think it was Jill. Who the hell was I talking to? I came in right when he left on Jay's channel, and he was trying to defend Smokey. Was that Jill? Or do I have somebody wrong?
I think it was. Yeah. Jill goes on Jay's channel all the time. Yeah. So
So he was the one that was mounting the defense that it's okay to hurt somebody deeply if you're saving their soul, basically.
Yeah.
If you don't take
That's
me
Jill.
off full, can someone take this ugly fucker off my screen, please?
No.
I'll channel Simus.
Oh.
There we go.
So what are we doing? What's going on? What's
Yeah, what are we do? What you already have 2 links to review. So what are we reviewing? Speed.
I have a lot of links to review in the description. I was going to review some idiot idea or intelligent designer talking about stuff. So I don't know.
Damn,
but I've been trying.
I was hoping we could review the Grr Mania video just to fuck with Grr Mania a bit more. Because I like.
Hold on. Here's the thing. You're already fucking with Grr Mania enough. By having that image, which literally looks like a combination of Otangelo and Grr Mania's love child. Okay, so what the fuck?
Listen. Grr Mania came up with that idea. He made some kind of comment, and what he didn't know is at the time that he made that comment, I was already working on that picture. Came together really nice.
I am pretty gay, so I'll just say that.
I've been trying to.
For some reason,
Midnight. We know.
The freak is really on my case lately. Kept perfecting your shame game. That's not really English, but close. You'll see a lot of it hereafter. Hereafter?
Thereafter.
Is that in an hour or two or 5 minutes or when's that?
I've been trying to get a word in here, if you don't mind.
No, Speed. It's not your stream. I own this bitch now.
Yeah. What I want to say is, why don't you guys go ahead and
Can I finish, please? Can I finish? Can I please finish?
Oh wow, you did that pretty well now. Holy shit, have you been practicing?
Why don't I go ahead and let you guys talk while I go get a cup of coffee? That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, sorry. Oh, by the way, hold on. Before you go, why did you let Peter in first and not me? I've been your friend longer. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I would use the word friend.
Well, somebody wasn't here first, as I recall. So.
I didn't have the link, Scott.
I didn't know that.
Peter, I have to second that. That "Can I finish, please?" is very, very good. You've got that down really good.
I think I may or may not have used it against Otangelo the last time I bumped into him. He didn't like it.
So Midnight.
Yes.
The reason I didn't let you in is because we wanted to talk about you and.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You wanted to roast me, huh?
We wanted to roast you, yeah. We were going to roast you a little bit.
Well, go ahead. I could use thicker skin.
You fucking love it.
I also want to kind of let you know, Speed, that the whole Benny Hill thing song with Otangelo has pretty much spread out throughout the whole community. Everybody knows about it. People talk about it, and in the side chat, people will bring it up. Yeah, it's all over the place. And Peter, were you there, Peter, when he said, what was the question? Was it somebody asked Otangelo the question, or what was who was like the most difficult person to debate or discuss with or whatever? They asked Otangelo that question. And then he said, all atheists are easy to refute and all that. All their arguments are easy. And then Otangelo said, except the only argument that I had a real problem with is the Benny Hill song. I have no rebuttal to that, he said.
No,
that was great. Everybody cracked up. That was really good.
If he had said that, I would have immediately played it.
But you weren't there when he said it then. You must have okay.
I missed that.
Yeah, it's it's on.
Okay, where was that? Does anybody know where that was?
I don't. Oh, as a matter of fact, I did. If you go on Germania's stream, that the last, his last thing, I assume it's on his channel.
Yeah,
I could probably get you that link, or do you have it?
I think I have it somewhere here. I found it.
Okay. Yeah, so it was that long stream, the real long one, and go to the 50-minute mark.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that's where he said it. because I remembered I didn't actually. I took note of it, like just in my head. I'm like, oh, that's right at the 50-minute mark. That's a good one. So I'm pretty sure that's it.
That's a stream from one day ago, right? Oh my God, 7 hours he was on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
guy's a beast. He's a beast.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
And actually, maybe back it up a little bit. Go to like the 49 and 30, because I remember he had just said it, and I looked at the time, and I did roughly, because it was live at the time, so I looked at the time, and it should be right there.
Let me see if I can find it.
But yeah, everybody laughed at that. That was kind of funny. I thought you'd get a kick out of that too. He has no rebuttal to that.
Oh, I have to find it. It's not there. Can't find it anywhere.
You know what's funny? I just accused the freak that he's speaking for his God and pretending
I like to do
read
a
his
role
mind.
play.
And then he answered, basically saying what his God thinks, which is speaking for his God and pretending to be able to read his mind. Some people are so dense, it's incredible. Or drunk. Could also be drunk.
Well, wait, hold on, Peter. So, Peter, do you want to talk about people who are dense? You still think science is the end all be all and hate philosophy.
Can I finish?
That's being dense.
Can I please finish?
No, you can't, Otangelo Peter. Okay, Otangelo Peter Grr, whatever the fuck monstrosity you are. And by the way, Speed, where the hell's your coffee?
Think you have?
I got my coffee.
Okay, good.
It's not so. And that actually, if you look, God is the one who has the upper hand, and He will punish you. Midnight.
Midnight. He has spoken. Doug doesn't have friends or enemies. He's a lone wolf. Yeah, I can imagine that. I can see that. Anyway, yeah. So I put that in the Grr Mania thing in the description, but I couldn't quite find the Otangelo part. I know he was talking. We could look at a little bit. Does he get into his arguments?
And I feel like singing.
Don't, please. Don't. I'll throw you out.
What? It's a good stress relief. Ever tried singing?
Have you ever tried singing on your own channel?
I mean, I suppose I could even start my own stream.
Look on the bright side of life.
See, there you go. I pray for peace, but I'm ready for war.
So, Speed, that wasn't it? That wasn't.
Well, I couldn't find it right at that point, but I can't listen while I'm listening to you guys. So
okay, fine. I'll shut up.
We'd have to review it. But
you can click on the tab and mute the tab. You can actually do that.
What? No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Can I mute StreamYard?
You can mute StreamYard. Yeah.
Holy shit! I can mute StreamYard. Holy shit! I thought I could just mute YouTube.
No, you can mute StreamYard.
Mute StreamYard. Oh my god!
Weird.
Because I'd go to my cam and I'd switch it up to my own.
I found that out after Midnight asked me for a chat, and I thought that was really handy to have.
Oh, that is really handy.
Where do you mute StreamYard? How do you do that?
If you right click on the tab that StreamYard is in,
oh, you can write. Okay.
You get a menu and it says mute site.
You can mute any site.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. In case that's handy because of if you want to go and find something. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I didn't know that. Good.
That is a good thing.
Yeah.
There's a reason they call me the god of YouTube.
I know.
Hey, nobody calls that. Nobody calls you that, Peter.
Nobody calls you that except you.
I call me that. I call me that.
But you are kind of a god of YouTube and OBS and StreamYard. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what the hell was I going to say? I don't know. I'm not going to talk about that. screaming, yelling, crying, singing. These are things you can do alone when you're in your car.
I'm curious, Speed. Is there a limit to videos you can upload in StreamYard and then use?
I don't think so. Well, I think they have. Don't they have like a 12-hour limit or something?
No. I mean, in StreamYard, like your intro and stuff.
No, I don't think so.
Is there a limit to the size of the video you can upload?
Not for what I pay them every month.
Because
So-
I recently found out a way to make a 19 gigabyte video into a 46 megabyte video, which is quite handy.
Well,
yes.
but hold on. What about? But doesn't that lose like a shit ton of quality?
Nope.
How
Really?
in the fuck?
Nope.
Well, that is some powerful compression, my friend.
Yes.
Hey, I just wanted to point out something that kind of tuned into about probably the last 10 or 15 minutes of the stream yesterday. But Dr. Josh was on the Tang channel last night, going through chapter 1 of his book, Learning to Read Ancient Sumerian. And I've got that book, and it's really well laid out and laid out simply. It's got homework you can do to exercises you can do to reinforce what he teaches in each chapter.
I have to buy that.
It's going to be on the Tang Network or Tang Channel. I'm not quite sure what they call themselves. I guess every Sunday, but it should be a good series. And I'm pretty sure too that along with his book that Dr. Josh also has a series of lessons and videos about reading Sumerian on digital Hammurabi. But I thought it was super neat. He did a great job of breaking it down, what the stuff I did see. And so it was really easy to understand. So if you ever thought, man, it would be great to read the language that started off civilization for humanity, then this would get you awfully close.
Honestly, well, I just wanted to say something really quick. Like in the, like in the video before Speed took it off, like I really loved his, Dr. Josh's smile. I don't know, there was just something about his face that just made me laugh.
Did any of you guys hear Dr. Josh describe what he went through or what the process of his PhD? He talked about that on Germania's during that stream.
There you go, Midnight. Drink it in.
Did
Where's
anybody?
the link, Scott? Where's the link, Scott?
You've got the link in the description already.
Where? Oh, I do?
In the description.
Oh, okay.
The link to this is in the description.
Oh.
I gotta say, Dr. Josh is a very handsome man.
Okay, there. I just drink it in, get it out of your system, Midnight. There he is. Do you want more magnification?
Dr.
that's
Josh
fine.
is here. Dr. Josh is here too.
Wait, is he?
Oh, is he in our side chat?
Is he in the stream?
Yeah.
Where is he?
Yeah.
He's
Very
in the
cool.
side chat.
Okay, the link is in the description. It has one.
So, so Midnight, you may be looking at a restraining order after what you just said.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So Scott, did you hear
Okay,
him
wait,
describe
hold on.
his PhD?
Hold on. Do you take me as Steve McRae?
Okay.
Okay, fuck you.
I don't know what you are, but I'd better be safe than sorry.
Yeah, I guess I'm
Dr. Josh.
guess I
no,
did get ignored.
David, sorry. Go ahead. I just wanted to.
I
just wanted to
I've
make a
asked
trip
twice.
Dr. Josh,
asked twice already.
if things get really, really bright where you are, run.
Okay, Peter. David is still trying to say
What's
something.
wrong with you?
I've asked you guys twice. Did you guys hear Dr. Josh explain his PhD, what he, his study and what he had to go through? He talked about it for quite a while on Germania's. It was pretty impressive. He was, I forget, I'll try to describe it the best I can. I think he'd be up at 5 a.m. and he'd be reading and, taking notes and highlighting stuff, and from like 5 a.m. till 9 o'clock at night. And he did that, 7 days a week for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months straight just to prepare for his testing. And like he described a lot of it, and it was just incredible what he had to do
Like
to
being a
receive
monk?
his PhD. Yeah, like just the
like
the
being in a
hours he
monastery.
put in, and the testings, the test. He described all the tests that he had to do, which were incredibly long, days and days long. He'd spend 8 hours a day doing the test, or 12 or 14 hours doing the test, and that would last like a week or something. I can't remember the exact thing, but it was like incredible what he had to go through to get that PhD. He talked all about it on Germania's channel. It's pretty good.
Did you already explain this, Scott? But that the video you linked was not Dr. Josh's site. It was Tang, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on the Tang site. But he does have, and Dr. Josh can correct me in the side chat or come on in and correct me, but I believe he has a series of lessons on his own channel as well that are a few years old.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if you want to learn Sumerian, with my interest in it was, man, this is like one of the oldest languages in the world, then that was a chance to do it.
Rod making this, that was kind of an amusing comment. I served with Steve McRae. I knew Steve McRae. That's pretty good. Anyway. Okay. So we have a Sumerian on the channel, on the Digital Hammurabi?
Yes. Because remember, he wrote the book. He wrote a book called Learn to Read Ancient Sumerian, and I think he did a lot of lessons before the book came out.
Yeah, I wanted to link to that.
To his or to the book?
Yeah. Oh, it's our books, full playlist. So, yeah, to whatever. I wanted to link to his channel. So.
Okay, I'll grab that for you.
Okay, if you can find a link to a playlist or a video series on his channel, that would be good. And Jefferson.
Okay, he's here. He's just faded. He's kind of dark, got a dark tint over it. It's like he's sneaking in and going to behave.
I like
sneakily.
to creep in. Yeah.
So, did you listen to that stuff on Jay's site the other night? Where who was it that was defending Smokey Saint's methodology for saving souls?
I've been kind of out of the loop on this. I talked with my brother a little bit about like a conversation he had with the preacher guy this last weekend, but I haven't heard.
Where were you?
Where was I?
I was so hoping that the twins would take him on simultaneously.
You're just looking for twins action, aren't you?
Twins action, yeah. Want to see more of that twins action.
Jay did come in after I asked him to, and he did make me happy with how he tackled him. The guy ran as expected.
Well, anyway, yeah, Jay. The conversation I'm talking about, Jay had a remarkable argument with him about, I believe, COVID, and then another one about saving souls by torture, basically.
I've seen Jay tackle two Christians lately. One was the perfect in him, and the other was the stranger. And I really enjoyed both conversations, and learned a few things.
I mean, how much is how stranger is? I mean, how strange is the stranger?
As strange as they get.
Yeah, this was a really strange one, I have to say. But it was a lot of fun to listen to.
What the hell is going on with my video downloader? Anyway, I'm mumbling. Had nothing to do with the stream.
What the fuck is up with the freak, and why is he so obsessed with me?
That's how averted Peter is.
You want to know why he's obsessed with you? It's because he wants to, Peter.
Well, come on in, DeFreak, and talk to Peter.
Yeah, he won't come in. He's one of these Christian cowards that is a loudmouth in the chat, and then has nothing to say when they come on live.
Keyboard warriors.
I think he made
cowardice you can expect with these believers, these flag waving phonies. Sorry, I couldn't even get
Why
that
don't you
out
tell us
straight.
how you really feel, Jeff? Holy shit!
I was trying to channel trying to cross Pine Creek with Darth Dawkins, and it wasn't working.
Good.
What is wrong with you?
You literally said I was trying to crossbreed donkeys with pine cones. I've got an image in my head that's probably not going to go away for a while.
Well, poor.
Well, you-
poor
I didn't say breed. I just said cross. I think you heard crossbreed.
How else do you cross? I mean, there's not another way, is there?
I'm talking about artistically, thematically, abstractly.
okay.
What is wrong with Peter today?
Abstractly, thematically, and artistically.
Not
I don't know.
sexually.
I'm Dutch. That's the first thing we go to.
That's your first problem, Peter. That's your first
No,
problem.
that's
You're Dutch.
not a problem. It's not a problem, Midnight.
Yes, it is. At least for me, is.
No. Sex is not a problem. It's actually fun.
I never said what.
It's not a problem.
Hey, the freak is here. Sex is not a problem.
Oh,
Welcome to Freak.
It's actually fun.
how many drinks have you had, the freak?
How many what?
I
Drinks.
said, how many drinks have you had? More than when you went on Arm's channel?
No, I haven't had a drink in quite a while.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. Good for you.
So,
Since this morning?
explain the freak. How do you read God's mind?
I like I said, you don't read God's mind.
Well, you keep talking for him,
Yeah, well,
and
when
you
he
keep
wants to know
pretending that
something-
you know what he thinks.
Yeah, well, he's God. If he wants you to know something, you'll know it.
Okay.
That's
How does
not,
that feel?
That's not an
And
answer
how-
to my question.
How does that happen?
I said you can read his mind. Then you said no, and then when I explained how you read his mind, you said yes. Are you aware of that?
No, that's not true. That's
So
not
how
true, Peter. Are you
how
aware?
do you
Are
know?
aware of
How
what
do
you
you
just
know? How do you know what your God thinks of me? If you can't read his mind,
said? What is that? What? When did I ever say this is what God thinks of you?
several times in the chat earlier.
I said perfect your shame game. You're gonna need it when you're in the hereafter, because
So what's going to happen? What's going to happen in the hereafter, the freak?
Well, I mean, people that are above you in rank are going to be able to expose
Oh my
whoever's
God. Are you
shame
kidding?
and will.
Well, that is an easy one. I never made it past soldier, so everyone probably is above me in rank.
Wait, do
Is
you
rank
believe
in
that?
heaven?
Do you believe that souls are ranked in heaven based on what?
Good
Yeah.
deeds.
Where does it talk about that in the Bible?
I don't know if it's in the Bible, but it's in the Quran.
Oh, sorry. So you're Muslim?
No, he mixes them together, right?
No,
Are you
no,
the
he
one that
thinks
mixed them together?
he thinks Muhammad is a born again Christian,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's
Yeah, and I can prove it.
and he. Oh, see,
Yep.
Oh, please
Sure you
don't.
can. Don't do it here, but I'm sure
Yeah.
you can.
I'd actually love to see that proof.
The
So
Mormons
when God-
believe you get your own planet, though. There's no ranking involved. You get your own little kingdom, your own little Eden.
You become God. Well, if you're a man, if you're a woman,
You
get
need a
fucked.
man, yeah, in
You
order
get
to be
fucked a lot.
part of a temple. Yeah.
So freak, when God wants you to know something and you know it because he wants you to know it, how does that feel to you compared to other things that you happen to think of in your brain?
How does it feel?
What's that? Yeah,
Trying to think how
can you
He's
describe?
what
It's
he's
not
saying,
really
Speed.
feeling.
What he's saying, Speed, is he's never thought of that.
No. Now, describe how it feels. I mean, subjectively, how do you know that it's basically a message from God and not just some random thing that you thought up by yourself or some subconscious thing that percolated up into your mind? How does it feel to you?
Well, I mean, the word feel is an emotional term. It's not necessarily an emotional thing. Okay,
No, it can
it's
be
more
sexual.
of a. It's more
Okay,
of
it's
a.
not
It's more of a distinguishable thing. It's
Okay.
more like you just know.
Okay, but how do you differentiate that from just having some bias or attitude or belief that you haven't really checked out? I mean, if something pops up and you just know, Because it just feels right. Is that kind of feelings are definitely involved.
Not only that, but
so.
not all feelings are emotions.
Like intuition. Sometimes you have a strong intuition about something, or it's kind of like that, but it's undistinguishable from any other type of intuition. I mean, it's from him when it's from him.
Okay.
It's undistinguishable. That means that you can't tell whether or not it's from him or from yourself. That is what you're saying.
Yeah, you said indistinguishable. Did you mean it's distinguishable? Did you misspeak?
Right,
Okay.
and it's something that you receive in the spirit.
Yeah. So I'm an atheist, and I have these. I call them feelings because they're complexes of emotions and intuition and thought. And I have these very clear feelings about something, and it all locks in, and everything seems right, and it seems like a solution to the problem. And I'm an atheist, and I have those. Okay. So what do you think of that? Where are they coming from? Are they coming from God?
Actually,
holy shit, the twins are in here.
Oh shit!
Twin action.
Now the freak is doomed.
Twin action.
Actually, you're not too far off, but until you meet Jesus Christ, how could you possibly know that?
Have you met him?
You met him?
Have you met him, the freak?
I told you my testimony.
No, that's a yes or no question. Have you met him?
Yes, I've seen him in the spirit realm.
Okay, so what's the color of Jesus's eyes?
Well, it was light on light, so you can't really tell what skin tone he is.
Yeah, eyes don't have skin tone, but
sounds like this might get more into a fever dream from a night of partying.
I have a quick question: Is if one sees Jesus in the spirit realm, is that more salvific than being baptized?
I was just about to ask if it's light on light. How we don't that he didn't bump into midnight.
Okay, Peter.
What's the best?
Okay, Peter. Peter, hide this fucker. Okay,
I know. Okay,
hide this fucking Dutchman.
If
You know what?
I threw him out.
Honest to meet you, you're already baptized in the Holy
We need the trombone.
Hide this fucker to Tucker, please. Hide this fucker.
Okay, so DeFreak is in here with a team of atheists apparently, and I think if any of you want to have a conversation with him, Jay and Jefferson, the rest of us should bow out. But anyway, I would like to talk to you more about this intuitive feeling, belief, messages from God, that sort of thing, because I think it's a very interesting topic. I want to know more about how it feels to you and why you believe what you believe. For me, I could say that, I've run into my mom's spirit a couple times while I was dreaming, and a few other people, recent lost loved ones. And, I could claim that it was them showing me the light, but I don't know. Go ahead.
Can I ask him something? Okay, are those bullets or the arguments you dodge? Because he's got a picture of Neo dodging. Never mind.
Anyway,
Phil.
I don't want to gang up on the guy.
At that point, Neo was stopping bullets with his mind, so that doesn't work. Sorry, Midnight.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's sorry. It's
okay.
Right. That's my bad, Jeff.
Guys, what I'm trying to say is don't gang up on him. And
okay, you know what?
I'm gonna back off, but I will fucking moderate you if you start getting.
Well, I mean, I could always leave.
Can we gang up on Peter though?
Midnight, it's not about you. Yeah, you can gang up on Peter.
Yes, it is. It's not about me, Speed.
And you can gang up on Midnight. Okay, that's okay on this channel. Midnight and Peter, they're open yet. Just go for it.
And Dr. Josh controlling my goddamn channel.
Yeah, I don't want to worry Midnight, but Dr. Josh is here Midnight.
Dr. Josh, do you have questions for the freak?
No, I just started my walk and I thought I'd join in again.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. And thank you guys for plugging that Sumerian. I really appreciate it.
Real quick, so everyone knows, like my quick rundown of my testimony, I have witnessed God himself, the Father, God of Israel. He brought me before himself, and Christ was there. and I saw my name written in the book of life.
What kind of haircut? What kind of haircut does God have? Can you describe that?
He's not human.
Oh, okay.
I saw Jesus one night.
He doesn't look like a human. He doesn't look like something that we were made in the shape of.
But is there? I don't. Wait. Is there anything about this that it seems kind of weird? I mean, if you're seeing God, how do you see God before you're judged? Because if you haven't been judged, if you haven't been found worthy yet, doesn't like your eyes melt out of your head if you see God?
I think that's
because I put my faith in Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
wait. You put your faith in Jesus Christ?
That would be faith, Peter. I think we're trying to have an actual
conversation with him
here.
The thing that you were saying about feelings, though, you had responded by saying like it's not like an emotion, but I mean, when people use feelings, there's different kinds of feelings. Like you can be sad for a long time. You can't stay hungry for very long before something happens. Those are different kinds of feelings. One is clearly an emotion, and one is something that you physically feel. If you're saying you felt this presence, was it akin to like an emotional experience, like being elated or euphoric, or was it more like being stunned or a physical sensation? Feeling tired, fatigued, enervated.
First of all, I never said it was just a feeling. I mean, if we're talking about when he speaks to his servants, that's different than my experience when he brought me before himself. So which one do you want to talk about?
Well, okay. So if someone reads a mystery and they get to the end and they get this really kind of shocking ending, they're probably going to feel some kind of reaction to it. You're claiming that you had an experience. When you had that experience, after you had it, how did you feel?
I couldn't stop crying for 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah. I've had that. Woke up in a psych ward, but anyway.
Well, okay, that's wow, Speed.
Oh yeah.
The reason why is because I felt the love of God.
I'm curious. How did you determine that what you were seeing was God, not something else?
Because of His glory and because I felt the love of God.
Yeah.
But compared to what?
And how did you rule out that it wasn't the devil? Actually,
compared to anything, compared to the most glorious, beautiful thing you could ever witness.
Have you ever done ayahuasca? No, I'm being serious.
No. I know. It just. Sorry, it made me. The question is. Never mind, Jeff. I don't even
know what that is. I've done LSD shrooms.
Or I mean, even if you've ever had a really, really good dose of high quality MDMA, you probably would have felt the same thing. You would have needed something to make you hallucinate. But you would have felt the euphoria.
No. I was laughing at the Nestle. I wasn't laughing at the freak.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Said I've done LSD like 35 years ago, and I did shrooms a couple times back then, but I don't even know what whatever the first one you listed was, an MD and whatever the ecstasy I think that is. I don't even think I ever did that.
Yeah, it's a little harsher than LSD. But so, was there anything about those experiences that were similar to LSD, the feeling of Jesus flowing into you, other than that it was?
No.
You probably felt more crystal clarity, like more, like brighter and more sane and sober than you did on LSD.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
What's that?
I was sober.
Yeah.
And I was sober.
Yeah, I had a similar experience when I was 15 years old, and it lasted for 3 days.
I do have one question, and this might seem simple, but did you have this revelation of God after you were introduced, after you were aware of the Bible, or did you have this revelation of God and Jesus Christ before you were aware of Him?
No, I never even owned a Bible until I met the Lord.
But you'd heard of Jesus Christ, right?
But you heard of the concept of God in Christianity, right?
Yeah, I was starting to learn about Christianity, and I was praying a lot because I needed forgiveness for what I had done. My testimony was not very good.
Yeah.
So I would pray a lot, and but I never owned the Bible until after I experienced.
Well, that's not what I'm asking you about. Is whether or not you had any idea of the concept of Christ and the Christian God before having these revelations, which obviously you're saying you did because you started praying, which so you knew to pray and you knew to pray to Jesus Christ before you ever even had the Bible or owned the Bible. So yeah, so
that's right.
You were already introduced to these concepts. Do you think that you would have ever had this revelation had you not been introduced to those concepts? Have you ever considered that?
I don't think I would.
What?
I have considered that. The thing is, Jesus Christ is the key to the whole thing.
Well, how are you so certain of that?
If you didn't read a Bible, what message did you receive that prompted you to start praying to Jesus Christ?
Oh, well, I think I would just watch like some Christian TV after work, for a show or two, and then I would just pray a lot.
Yeah, the experience you had was okay. A lot of people probably go ahead.
I say it was probably about 2.5 months of just doing pretty much that was it. I would just watch some Christian TV, and they would tell about the cross and about the Jesus stuff that you always hear about or whatever, and I would pray, and that was about all I did. It wasn't and then that happened, and I got really kind of serious about it.
Any of these shows, hang on, any of these shows that you were watching, did you ever feel compelled? Did you ever give them anything?
No, I don't think so. If I did, it was after I met the Lord, and it was probably like $25 or something.
Okay, so you didn't make any kind of donations or anything one way or the other before?
No, I never really. I have my family's really secular, and I never had any connection with the church or anything at all. And I still really don't at all.
No, what I'm wondering is because there's a psychological phenomenon. I can't remember the exact title of it, but it happens with some people that start getting kind of into certain ministries. The TV ones are, I don't think that they're not likely to be as influential this way as being in person, because in person you get the group psychological effect. But if you start participating, especially, no, it's not a quid pro quo. It's sort of like a vested interest bias where you're more prone to have one of these religious experiences if you've donated money to the religious institution that is kind of your favorite. You're probably more likely to donate to something like that, and you're more apt to experience some kind of event like this, or some kind of feeling of psychological or emotional fulfillment, or something sublime, something changing or alienating, because you need to, because it's essentially your brain solving the cognitive bias of having given them something and not getting anything back.
For me, it was I needed forgiveness. I was so ashamed of some of the things I did that I was in full repentance.
Right. So,
and I was either going to find God or I was going to die.
Lost my train of thought.
What caused you to get that way?
Okay.
Without getting into particulars, what caused you to get that?
Like I said, there's some things that I did that.
What is wrong with his audio?
It sounds like it's a little feedback or gain.
Let me try to turn you up a little bit. So, DeFree, can I ask you a question? Do you find that when you explain this experience to a lot of people, even Christians,
please do,
that you get a lot of pushback, and it kind of leaves you feeling like they really don't understand what you're talking about?
Like they don't believe. No one believes me, of course.
Right.
Even Christians, even other Christians.
Even Christians. Yep.
Yep.
No, that's been my experience too.
Yeah.
No, because they're going to pull up scripture about how no one's seen God and this and this and that and the other and whatever. And then I always just go to Matthew 5:8. But so, no one believes me.
Yeah, that's interesting. I understand that. I understand that.
I have a question, and this is not me trying to get in a low blow. I do mean this really serious. When you had that vision or whatever it was that you saw God, what was your mental state at the time, and do you think that may have influenced what you saw?
Well, it happened right after I made a prayer to God because my family was kind of in disarray, and I just wanted my family to, to be better, to have, I guess, to have better outcomes or not be, as such dire strait, basically. So I would pray, and then next thing I know, I'm standing. Well, I'm not standing, but I'm like beforehand.
Okay,
I'm reminded of a quote from Lisa Simpson. Prayer, the last resource of a scoundrel.
What I was going to ask,
hold on, Jeff, just one more. What I was trying to get at, and I think that was the case at least. Would you say that you were fairly stressed out at that point because of what was going on in your family, maybe?
Sure, but it wasn't like I wasn't stressed out that whole time. It wasn't any more than any other day, I guess you could say.
But wasn't it important enough for you to start praying over?
Like I said, I was praying. I was praying a lot during that time.
Exactly. So it had a severe impact on you, even though you didn't believe in a God. You started praying. It had that big of an impact on you. So wouldn't it be safe to say that you were in a different mental state? I'm not trying. Again, I'm not trying to put you down. I'm just trying.
I understand.
I'm trying to get to
what it was?
Get a picture what it was like when you had that experience.
I just made a simple prayer to God, like, Lord, I want my the family to be together again, or I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's something along that line, like, Lord, I want my sister to be whole. I want to be back. I want my family back, or something like that.
Well, let me back this up just a little bit.
There's like a 2.5 month period where I was praying. Like any chance I would think about praying, I would pray.
Why did you think? So you didn't believe in this God, and you were having these personal family issues that were going on, but you didn't necessarily were convinced that the God of the Bible exists. Why did you think to start asking him?
Why did you think to go? I mean,
okay, yep.
There was nothing. There's nowhere else to go.
That's what I thought. Okay, thank you.
I was a suicidal person at one point.
The freak. You don't have to get into private details because that's not what you should do. But wasn't there anything you could do? Maybe get the family together and have a talk and maybe solve things that way.
I would say probably not, because it was just so chaotic. But there was also issues with me and what I had done. And the thing that I did, I couldn't live with myself. I was suicidal.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. So you were in a desperate mental state.
Kind of sounds like it, yeah.
I mean, I was functioning, but I didn't want to live.
And I'm not trying to get you away from that if that is what actually saved your life. I'm not going to try and get you away from that because that would be the last thing I would want to do. But what I'm trying to do is get a picture of what your life was like the moment you saw God. And it looks to me that it was a really stressful time. And I've had a sighting of some sorts when I had a really stressful time, and I later figured out that what I saw wasn't real. It was literally my brain showing me pretty pictures to calm me down. I don't know. I don't know what happened to you.
The love of God, there's nothing else like it. It's undeniable.
Oh, trust me, what I went through, there's nothing like that either.
I can believe that, but how did you feel?
I can tell you, I was really stressed out. I had stress in my private life. I had stress in my job. And I ended up missing 24 hours. I have no recollection other than a few images from that entire time. And I was convinced that I had met aliens. And I'm not joking. I'm not making fun. I've told this story more than once. And I was scared as shit. And I didn't tell anyone but my girlfriend until at least 5 or 6 years later, when I told a psychiatrist. And he started questioning me about it. What were you going through at the time? What was it like? And that's where I found out that it was just my brain showing me pretty pictures just to calm me down. And it actually, at that point, may have saved my life. I don't know.
I've honestly, as far as I can remember, I've never had an experience like that.
Well, the thing is that there is a ton of literature about this happening to humans all throughout history, and many different religions, and it all amounts to stress. But to freak, whatever you found, if you have this deep connection to it that you would call faith, even though it's Christianity, as long as you're not some goddamn young Earth creationist, I would say go ahead and live it, and it's fine, because what happened to you was real, and it wasn't. I will disagree with you in what sense it was real, but what happened to you is very, very real and good. So anyway, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, so the reason I started asking the psychiatrist was because at that time, my girlfriend at the time was seeing the psychiatrist. And when she got really stressed out, she saw all kinds of colors. So we would sit on the couch and she would ask me, "Do you see that?" And I said, "Do I see what?" And then she would point at a specific point in the room, and she would describe the colors, and it was usually very bright. It was light emitting. So, and that's when she got treated for that, and they figured out what that was. That's when I asked the psychiatrist and told him what happened to me. And so the seeing of the colors, and I was there. It actually calmed her down. She was calmer after she saw those colors. She was, at some point, she was really happy to see the colors because the colors would help her calm down. So it gave her some kind of feeling of trust and of security at some point. So I'm guessing that could have been something similar to what you saw. You just interpreted it differently, maybe. I don't know. As I said, I'm not taking away that you actually saw what you saw, because I know for a fact that can happen. I saw things.
Well, hey, whatever you guys do, don't subscribe to Grr Mania's channel,
especially not in New York.
Yeah.
Who, me?
No. We were just messing with another atheist in the side chat.
No, Grr Mania's channel. Don't subscribe to that channel. Whatever you do. It's actually a manifestation of the devil live. So don't subscribe to Grr Mania's channel.
He says he has a ton of content on an empty channel. I don't buy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it in my description so that nobody subscribes to it.
He's a snake oil salesman.
I don't know, his channel's entertaining to me. It's entertaining to me. But anyway,
To me
you know,
as well.
for me, I was taken up, like in John in Revelation, he was taken up in the spirit. That's kind of what happened to me. I mean, that's exactly what happened with me. I was taken up in the spirit before him, and the time span in real Earth time was probably maybe 5 minutes, but it felt like I was in the heavenly realm, in the spirit realm for, you know, like 30 minutes. But I was, you know, it was just like that. It wasn't a 24-hour blackout or anything like that. It was just.
I know for my girlfriend, it also was a brief period of time.
The thing is, when Jesus reveals himself to people, no matter who the Christian is that's going to testify to the same kind of Holy Ghost experience that they've had, they're going to tell you that they felt the love of God, and there's no way that there's anything that comes close to that feeling. I don't care what drug you're on. And so at some point, people have to either assume we're all friggin' crazy or whatever, or you might have to actually consider it.
No, I don't think people are crazy when they see things. That's one of the last things that I would say. I would never call someone crazy who sees things, because I've been there. It is something that can happen to you. The thing is, what you need to do, and what took me 5 years to do, is to figure out what the fuck I actually saw. Because I know for a fact that if there are aliens, they're not going to come down on this planet and just pick me to have a chat with and to mess up for a day and then disappear again. That doesn't seem logical. And
well, no, but I was also knocking on his door for 2 months straight, 2.5 months. There's a big difference, Peter.
Sometimes, Peter.
I left one thing out. When that happened to me, I was that was in the late 90s, and I was we recently got the Discovery Channel here in Holland, and the Discovery Channel had all these series on there. They had a series called Missing Time, which might have been an influence, where people had alien interactions and had missing time. They had Ancient Aliens. They had several things. Alien Encounters was a series, and I binge watched that because that to me was so interesting, and I was hoping to see a UFO or that in my lifetime we would encounter alien life. So that was a really big part of my life at the time. And according to the psychiatrist, that is what caused me to see what I saw, because it lined up with my desires. And as far as I can see from what happened to you, it also lined up with your desires. You were hoping to be forgiven. You were hoping that someone would help you out. You were hoping that someone would fix the situation in your family. So what you actually saw and went through lines up with that perfectly. You see where I'm coming from?
I do, but I know it was him because there's some other things that I saw that are in the Bible that could kind of, confirm just like what you just said, in terms of what your mind was on or whatever, this or that. I saw.
Can you
like
give
the glass?
Can you give some
the
examples?
glass floor of gold. I saw the window panes of the windows of heaven. I saw. I heard his voice was like as many rushing waters.
I want to point out though that if you were, there's a couple things I want to point out. You've mentioned several times that you spent 2.5 months knocking on God's door, and then boom, you got this revelation. There are people that have spent 2.5 decades knocking on that door and get nothing. So that's point one. Point two, when you're talking about this kind of stuff where hey, I found out when I read the Bible, I saw the the mirror floor. I saw the 7-headed whatever, or any of this kind of stuff. If you were watching any kind of evangelical Christians on any channel in the United States, or I would say probably North America, they pepper in so much imagery in language from the book of Revelation. They do it all the time. So and I kind of suspected that maybe you'd either read the book or you'd been around these groups, because one of the first things that you said when you got on here was something about you had seen or you knew that your name was written in the book of life. That's out of the book of Revelation. Evangelicals, especially like TV evangelical ministers, use that language all the time. There's a very good chance you heard a lot of that when you were just sort of passively watching it, when you were in distress, and then when you had this epiphany, your brain started making connections with all that language imagery, all those motifs that have been laying dormant there, and now your brain is primed to get it. It's not uncommon. That happens a lot.
Yeah, but here's the important part.
I would say though that was more of that would probably be more secondary, because I was more focused on Christ himself and the first of all, I didn't even know who the guy was. We just learned about him in history class. We get a 10-minute, lesson. He was some guy or whatever. That's pretty much what I knew about him. So I was curious to start. I wanted to know who he was, what it meant, what it all meant. So I was searching for answers as well. And my main focus was just on him. And when I finally realized wholeheartedly that yes, he died for our sins and that God raised him from the dead, that's also a part of it. There's actually a mental hurdle in knowing that God raised him from the dead that gets you over the hump.
But here's the important thing about all of that. It doesn't matter what you believe or what religion you attach to it or what imagery you attach to it. The experience is just as valid, just as real, and just as capable of changing your life and leaving you in this state of peace and faith, no matter what you believe. So when people start to critically and skeptically come after what you think happened, like we are doing here, you have to understand that even without all of that belief attached to what happened to you, the experience is just as valid, just as true, just as real, and just as capable of changing your life. You chose to attach it to Christianity. That's fine. If that's what you need to do, go ahead and do that and live with it. But we are coming at it from the position of knowing that this has happened to a number of other people in a number of other religions, and sometimes no religion at all, as is my case. And sometimes, with all throughout history, that people have had these revelatory, powerful experiences that have completely changed every paradigm that they had clung onto. But now, the only thing I would caution you about is when you get too far into belief in one particular doctrine, you can lose touch with the actual experience, because now you've replaced it with another belief, which I think is very similar to what they talk about as false idols in Christianity or in the Bible, basically attaching. And from a Buddhist perspective, the idea is not to attach to any particular belief. But anyway, whatever you need to do, you need to do it. So, I have no doubt that you had the experience.
There's a lot of wisdom in what you just said. I mean, there is, but there's also a distinction, even in the Bible, of the baptism, say in water, and the actual baptism in the Holy Spirit. And for all these other religions or no religion or beliefs or whatever, they're going to be movable to an extent. You guys could probably cast a bunch of doubt on any of them, and they're going to maybe wiggle and well, maybe not me, not any born again Christian. We don't move.
I know you don't.
We don't, because maybe we know something.
I have a quick question. Is Jay in the back room?
Yeah. Well, no, he's not in the back room. He's.
Okay. So I just sent the link out. Martin might be coming in.
Martin's in.
I just wanted to say different. I was a born again Christian, baptized, had experiences. I moved.
What about the Holy Spirit?
Well, that's good. Yeah, I guess
about
some of
it?
you do move. Some of you move.
Well, I mean, there's the baptism in water, and then there's the baptism in the Holy Spirit, which only comes through Jesus Christ.
Never happened.
He baptizes us in the Spirit.
Well, it depends on the denomination.
That's the difference.
Too. Well, no, it depends on which group you're in. Like, if I were if I'd been raised in the Catholic tradition, I'd just be a lapsed Catholic. If I was Orthodox, I'd have the Holy Spirit in me. It happens when you get baptized, even if you doubt. Orthodox Christianity is interesting like that. But the group that I was in was sort of a Wesleyan Protestant evangelical Christians, so they believed in salvation and then sanctification, and they were part of the holiness movement. So you could basically get saved every day. They were a little weird like that. Even after you got baptized, they definitely didn't believe in once saved, always saved. But if there's a separate baptismal thing where after you're baptized and then you're baptized with the Holy Spirit, I definitely had religious experiences. I believed I felt the presence of God. I believed I felt His love. If that's supposed to be the Holy Spirit, and that's what I thought it was. But that didn't last. After several years, that just didn't happen anymore.
Interesting. And tell me about that experience for you, if you don't mind. Like, were you praying? Were you at church? Were you needing healing? Were you needing forgiveness? Were you just, singing a psalm? I mean, what was going on?
A collection of all of those over the years.
All right. Did someone how the evangelicals do? They lay hands on you. They punch you in the neck or whatever they do, and then they go and they lay down or whatever. Was it something like that, or was it just you were praying, or you in the pew with your wife, or
yeah, that happened once or twice where there was a laying on. I wasn't physically sick, but there was a laying on of hands at least once or twice in my Christian upbringing. I was a Christian for almost the first 30 years of my life. And I was active in church until I was about 20, 18, somewhere around there.
And
18, probably.
When did you first believe that when was the first time you believed that you were first saved?
I don't know.
All right.
I was raised in the church from the time I was a baby. So
understood. So was salvation something that you could have today and lose tomorrow? Like you kind of said, I mean.
In the last church that I was in.
How into that were you?
What?
How into the if you were to I don't know cut someone off in traffic, were you going to hell the next day? Was it that kind of pious? I don't know. I don't want. Even know what the word is, so it's that kind of strict kind of Christianity, or how did you feel about it?
No, it wasn't like that. Wasn't that strict or anything. They didn't have anything like that. They just believed that if you were saved and you felt like you weren't quite holy enough, there was always room for improvement. So why not try it again? It was a little weird. That was the last church I was in. Not every church that I was involved in was like that when I was growing up. I grew up in a lot of different churches.
Interesting. Well, this whole notion of holiness is to me it's something to try to attain, but it's not something a person should beat themselves up over. What is this feedback I'm getting?
Well, that's one of the reasons why I don't like guys like Smokey Saint, because he's basically like an online Christian Pharisee. He's basically beating up people for not having the right ideas and then condemning them to hell for it. And to me, that's like you can take a look all around you and see. I mean, any small town in the middle of America, you can probably run into 50, 60 churches, and you'll run into 50 to 60 completely different perspectives on God. And you'll run into guys like Smokey Saint, but then you'll run into other people that are just like, you know what, go to church once a week, check in with Jesus. It's just like going to the dentist, or doing anything else. It's basically just soul hygiene. Just do what you got to do, and when you die, you'll probably go to heaven because you were a good person. And for a lot of people, that's what that's what they're doing. They're looking for. They want to be good people, and what do good people do? Well, good people go to church. That's what you do in America. so they go to church even if they don't feel it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're 100% right. And they've got their checkbox, their list, and their checkboxes. Like, when they get there, they're gonna show the list to God and to the Lord. They're gonna be like, check. I did check. That's not gonna necessarily get you in. It is a matter of the heart. It is a matter of the heart, and also, I was gonna say something else and I forgot.
I think Smokey Saint is reaping what he sows. He's getting so much hate because he's sowing so much hate.
There we agree.
And welcome, Martin. How you doing?
I survived, guys. I survived.
The world except denying Jesus Christ. That's the only thing that's going to keep anyone out of heaven.
The freak, you said you saw God or what?
Right.
In a vision. In a dream.
Correct. Yeah, probably a vision.
I would love to hear what you think. I made a video actually about people seeing God, like Muslims and everyone seeing God and then realizing they were deceived their whole life. I would love to share that with you,
Martin,
if you would watch it.
Martin, I know at least 2 examples.
I was raised in a Muslim family
of Christians who had a vision and changed over to Islam. Have you ever
Send
made
it
a
in a
video
private
about
chat. Can you show me these visions that Muslims had?
No.
The thing is,
I saw a couple of videos of people who had experiences. There are Muslims, there are Hindus.
Can you send it to me? Can you
I'd
provide
have
evidence
to,
for?
Yeah, I'd have to look those up.
Don't just make claims. Back it up.
No. But you can look those up. Those
I
are
tried.
on YouTube.
I don't get stuff like that.
Is there a way for me to upload a file in stream here?
You can give me you can give me a link, or you can share your screen, and have a file.
Upload it to WeTransfer and then post a link in private chat.
Put a link in private chat.
See if I can find it. But the thing is, unless God is not going to forsake Jesus Christ for anybody. Unless you're like King David or somebody, or Abraham. Unless you're that close to him, he's not going to forsake Christ for anyone. You've got to put your faith in Jesus before you can see God. So any of these other visions that anyone says that they saw God or whatever,
I would love to see those visions, because I haven't seen one Muslim that claims to see God. I haven't.
Well, you just said though.
No, he's claiming, but he's not providing the evidence. It's easy to claim that Muslims do it.
Well, yeah, mine is still just a claim. I can't provide evidence either, other than my testimony. But there's a lot of born-again Christians who have a testimony of the Holy Ghost.
Yeah,
you can look up, Martin. You can look up near-death experiences. That there are lots of those, and it is striking that people usually see imagery that lines up with what their preferences are. And so when a Muslim sees Jesus, that is something that has been on his mind before he actually sees it.
So you think it's like the near-death experiences? Because in near-death experiences, they're actually dying. So there's
it is your body being under a huge amount of stress and your brain providing you with pretty pictures. It's literally the exact same thing that happened to me, just a different setting and different reason for the stress. It's your brain shutting down. And if your brain, what happens if you think you're dying, what your brain does, and we acquired this through evolution, what your brain does is try to calm you down. Because the moment you stop breathing, it's probably not that you're going to survive. So what your brain does is it's going to calm you down, so you don't move a lot anymore. It'll shut down certain parts of your body, certain organs of your body, just to make sure that your brain will get the amount of oxygen it needs to survive. And that is where the pictures come in. It is a survival mechanism that that we've acquired over
But don't
time.
you also think that DMT is being released when you die, and then you also, because that's what I thought perhaps it could be like DMT, because I know with DMT,
and it is.
That's what he looks like.
From
that's awesome.
From what the research shows, it is literally your brain trying to calm your body down. It's the same thing. So if you read about people that are caught in caves or in a caved-in mine, those who start praying will most likely survive because they've got a mechanism to calm down their body. They're not agitated, walking all over the place. They will sit down and they will pray. That means they need less oxygen, so they're more likely to survive. The one who is using up a lot of oxygen, and when oxygen levels drop, they will be the first ones to pass out because they need more oxygen, because they're depriving their brain of the amount of oxygen that is still left. So there's a scientific explanation for these things, and they've done research on near-death experiences as well. And it is an ongoing thing, and it keeps showing that they're not real. What you see is real to you, but what you see is not actually real.
It's funny that some people, or science says that everything we look at is actually mostly empty space. Scientists say that everything we are looking at is actually mostly empty space. What did you say, the freak? Sorry.
I think that is something that you misunderstood. So when it comes to matter, in between atoms is empty space.
Wow.
So everything that is made out of matter is mostly empty space, but we're not looking at empty space. Matter is matter, and we can actually see and touch it.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's in that way what the scientists are saying.
All for Jesus, is that you?
Yeah, that's me. I kind of want to upload. I want to kind of upload.
Who is this? The perfect Dawah.
Where?
The perfect Dawah.
Oh,
this picture is similar to the one I put up right now.
It's a Muslim that I'm trying to help. I made the video for him and another Muslim to try and help them to see that they are deceived. But it's super hard to.
Are you bringing any to the Lord or what? Are they coming to the Jesus?
I hope so, but it's super hard. You don't understand. People with huge biases.
I do understand.
Hard to open their eyes. How long did it take to you to leave Islam?
I'm sorry, say again.
How long did it take for you to leave Islam? Or...
Well, I never was really part of. I was never really religious. We were more secular, Americanized secular. So I was, God wasn't even in, my day-to-day whatever. I mean, we didn't go to church. I mean, Christmas was just an advertisement for us. It wasn't anything. But I'd come to a point where I needed forgiveness, or I wasn't gonna even be able to bear myself anymore. And that's when I would just start praying, and I started watching like some Christian TV and just pray. Prayer was the key for me.
Did you feel peace? Did you feel peace, or because I've seen some people say they felt like super amount of peace, like David Wood says he felt like he was fighting his whole life, and then he could just finally rest.
Martin, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I noticed that when you ask the freak a question, that you already put in a lot of the answer you want him to give. Have you noticed?
No, I'm just asking what he.
No. You're not just asking. You're in your question. there are the options that you would like him to pick.
Okay, sorry.
You know,
So he's actually Peter. He's assuming too.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying that's not a good line of questioning.
Okay, sorry for my answer or question. That was not probably a.
The thing is, I wasn't finished with my answer. I wasn't finished with my answer. We thought Islam was superior to Judaism or Christianity because they believed in the three prophets, and Muhammad, so they were better somehow. The flesh always wants to feel superior, right? So that's kind of where I was from at that point. But now I wouldn't say that I've abandoned Islam. As a matter of fact, I'm the one who's saying that Muhammad was a born-again Christian, because there's no way you could be a prophet and not know Jesus Christ after he was glorified.
I think Muhammad came in contact with a demon that claimed to be from the God of the Bible, and that's why he contradicts the Bible so much.
So much?
Yeah, he contradicts the Bible like crazy. And he claims that he admits that the God of the Bible is a true God, and that the Bible is his scriptures.
I have a quick question for DeFreak, and if I can ask that, and then I got to get going. DeFreak, you had mentioned earlier that you had issues with you had prayed about your family. You mentioned your sister specifically; they're not going in the right direction. Are all your family members still Muslim, at least nominally? Is that the concern that you have for them?
No, because I wasn't solid in my faith at that point. I just wanted their lives to be better. I wanted all of our lives to be kind of like what it was when I was a young boy.
Before you drop off, Jefferson, I got a request. Can you invite Martin on your channel for chat?
Sure, if he's interested in doing it, but I won't twist your arm, Martin. And I would understand.
I'm here to help you guys, so you can use me.
Martin is a great guy to talk to, so that's
and we love twisting his arm.
Peter, when are you gonna make such a nice picture about me? Huh? When is it coming?
I should make a nice picture about you.
When is it coming?
I don't think you should have said that out loud, Martin.
No, I was just wondering because I'm not being persecuted here. I'm not.
The problem, Martin, is you're actually not trolling, and you're not trying to play the victim card when you come on streams like that. You're not whining all the time. You're not getting upset if someone plays a song. So all of those things, you have to tick at least one or two boxes for me to make a picture.
Okay, thanks, Peter. Hey, I love you too, man. I love you too.
Hey, Martin, did you see the reference that popped up on the screen? It's in the private chat about. Oh no, the persecute Martin was Speed.
Okay.
But I just want you to see, because you talked about not being able to find an account of people having visions in Islam. I did a search for that topic, and this book came up.
I didn't say that Muslims don't have visions. Like Muhammad had a vision of an angel and talked to him. I'm talking about they don't see God face to face, or they don't see God and talk to him.
But they can't because in their holy book it says that no one sees God, no one can see God. So if they would see God, that would automatically mean that Islam is false. So that's why most automatically. I agree with you that Islam is false. It's as false as Christianity. It's as false as Christianity.
It's
maybe slightly
Unless you put your faith in Christ, no one's going to be seeing God.
I'll see you guys later. Take care. Thanks for having me on.
See you, Peter.
Okay. Catch you later.
We're going to shoot this in the head.
See you, Jefferson.
In a few minutes. Guys, we're shooting it in the head pretty quick here.
Yeah.
So maybe wrap up, say anything you want to say. The Freak, thanks for coming in, and Mateen. We love persecuting you guys.
Thanks, Pete, for persecuting me, man. Thanks.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. We will continue to persecute. Anyway.
Martin, I just want to say the last conversation we had, I know I may have been a little too harsh. I mean, I didn't mean that. So it's been a while since I talked to you. So I want to apologize for that. I hope I wasn't, but it was quite a while ago. I'm sure you probably forgot all about it. But
yeah, you just screamed at me while I was busy dying with COVID.
But
it was nothing bad. I love you, man.
Yeah, no, but I know I was trying to like get some questions across, and I know Peter, as usual, was being a pain in the ass, and I think I was more frustrated with Peter because he kept interrupting me, and I was trying to like get questions or trying to have a discussion with you, and I got a little frustrated, so I apologize for that.
I think I perhaps didn't say it correctly, or you didn't hear it correctly, and then you thought I was lying or something, and then you got angry. But it's okay. No hard feelings.
And David,
I hope not. I hope that wasn't the case. That's certainly I don't remember that, but I do apologize for that if that was the case. I don't think so, but
David, I tend to hog the conversation if I find it interesting. So my apologies.
It was a good conversation. We were going at it, talking about some good things, but yeah.
Peter,
so I just put 3 new links in the private chat from the Freak and from you, Scott. So, or not in the description, I mean. So anyway, so that people can check them out later.
Okay,
okay, we're gonna wrap it up for the day. I like to get done at 6 o'clock, so my son can walk me and I can do other things in my life. Other than goddamn YouTube. I do have a life, but it's minimal. It's minimal, but yeah. Anyway. Fuck you, Peter.
I noticed this slight pause.
If the aliens had come down and lasered your microphone into a mute mode, I would have believed that story. Yeah. I would have believed that they crossed the galaxy to mute you, Peter.
Can I just mention one more thing?
Yeah.
Martin, if you actually read Psalm 136 and then read Surah 55, you'll see that. I mean, you should be able to tell that it's the same spirit. It's him.
They're copying stuff from the Christians and the Jews. They were copying. Muhammad copied so much stuff, and then
you beat me to it.
How do you say Psalm? How do you say? Is it Psalm 1:36 or what is? How would I find that?
Psalm 136.
So the whole Psalm of number 136.
You mean there's 136 Psalms?
There's a lot more.
There's a lot.
No, Psalms 136.
And Surah 55.
Wow.
It's a bit like 2 Corinthians, but different.
What is Surah?
That's an Islamic reference.
Yeah, Surah.
I actually wish that their God would be the same as ours, because then I don't have to worry about them and talk to them and trying to help them.
I don't think you have to worry, Martin. Take it from me.
I worry about them.
When you die, you're going to be dead.
I mean, I've got a quick question. I got a quick question for Martin. Martin, sure. You figured out that a lot in Islam is copied from the Bible. Have you also figured out that a lot in the Bible is copied from the Torah?
Yeah, but it's because it's the same God. It's the thing is the Quran copies a lot of stuff and mix it with lies in order so that people would. It's the same as this that they always use the poison mixed with a lot of good food.
Have you also noticed that a lot of the Torah is copied from earlier religions?
Because it was written by Jews.
It's not. But what I'm saying is those are not the same gods.
No, I'm not. I'm talking from the Torah and the New Testament. They have
what I'm saying is those are not the same gods. No, but a lot of the Torah was copied from earlier religions. Didn't have the same God. A lot in the Bible is copied from other religions that didn't have the same God.
Okay, can you provide evidence for that I can check?
evidence.
Yeah. Easy to make claims.
I have evidence that they're going to shoot this in the head.
Martin, where did Christmas come from?
Doesn't matter.
Wait, you said can you give me an example? And I
know that there's some
Christmas
stuff
come
that
from?
It's not in the Bible. Then Christmas is not
exactly
in the Bible.
Exactly. But where did Christmas come from?
It's just a day that people enjoy.
No.
Yeah, I know, but it comes from other stuff.
Christmas comes from the European pagan religions, and they incorporated that into Christianity in order to win those people over to Christianity. And in the Bible, it says you do not celebrate Christmas. It specifically tells you to not have a Christmas tree with shiny baubles in it. There's a verse that actually says that.
Hey, I have to interrupt you guys for an important commercial announcement.
Shoot it ahead, Speed.
We're shooting it in the head. You guys can talk backstream, okay? Anyway, we're leaving now, so let me see. What the hell do I have to do?
Thanks for having us, Speed.
Okay, thank you all. Yep.
Answers in Atheism.